thousands of airports in the world act as significant economic drivers for respective regions. Airports are massive employers generating jobs for millions of people every year. But how do airports make money? What are their sources of revenue? Let's dive deep into the income sources of airports around the world. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Before knowing how airports make money, you must first understand who owns and operates the airport. Usually, airports are owned by public entities such as municipalities, which rent out the space to an airport authority or a long-term public-private partnership. Federal or local governments own almost all commercial airports in many countries. However, they contract out numerous airport amenities to private companies such as retail shops, car rentals, lounges, restaurants, etc. While airports may receive taxpayer subsidies, their operations are largely self-sustaining, funded by those who use them. There is not just a single source of revenue for airports, as they make money in various ways. Depending on the nature of activities airports handle, their income source can be divided into two categories: aeronautical and non-aeronautical revenue. Making money from aeronautical services. Aeronautical revenue accounts for over 50% of airport income, and it comes from airlines and their passengers. Airports offer aeronautical services to facilitate the incoming and outgoing of airlines' aircraft and receive charges for them. Airlines use the airport space including terminals, gates, airport runways, parking spaces, storage facilities, etc. for their flight operations and hence pay several charges such as landing fees, terminal space rental fees, parking fees, usage fees, etc. Although passengers don't directly pay for most airport services, airports make the vast majority of revenue from passenger fees. As passengers pay ticket prices, airports charge respective carriers for each passenger and the services entailed in handling them at the airport. So, the airline ticket price not just includes seat and luggage fees but also the airport charge. The higher the number of passengers circulating through the airport, the greater their earnings will be. Airlines act as airport tenants, paying rent for counter and gate space, training facilities, storage facilities, hangars, offices, and maintenance facilities. They additionally pay for landing and parking fees, and to hold a lease on the ticket counter and gate space to occupy an exclusive area. Most airports create a contract with airlines wishing to use its facilities, typically known as a use and lease agreement, the ACI noted. Airlines pay terminal and runway fees based on the aircraft's weight. Naturally, a wide-body aircraft occupy more space and weigh more than a narrow-body jet, so they bring higher charges. Airports levy charges considering aircraft type and size, the weight of the plane, landing time, and sometimes emissions and noise. Airport slots earn lucrative for airport owners as they have greater commercial value among airlines. The Level 3 airports, which have constrained capacity due to available infrastructure, use a slot system to aid the safe and efficient operations of the airport. In capacity-constrained airports, airlines pay millions for airport slots to schedule a landing or departure there during a specific time period. Non-aeronautical source of revenue for airports. While the vast majority of airport revenue comes from airlines and passengers, another portion of its income comes from non-aeronautical activities. How do airports make money from non-aeronautical activities? As an entrepreneurial business, airports hire out restaurants, hotels, art installations, retail shops, duty-free centers, and other spaces to different entities willing to take leverage of airports to expand their business. Restaurants. Many go-to restaurants at the airport cater to the culinary needs of passengers. Regional restaurants are brand-enhancing investments for an airport to make because they promote and reflect the region they are in. On the other hand, airports attract international footfall and offer captivity for a brand name to grow its highest potential. Airports are excellent locations for large restaurant chains, so these businesses pay a high amount of money for airport outlets to serve travelers with high disposable income. Retail business and duty-free centers. Airports make money from retail businesses and duty-free centers by levying a certain percentage on every item they sell. Duty-free and travel retail encompass an important commercial revenue stream for airports to generate a profit and contribute to their overall competitiveness. Revenues coming from strong-performing duty-free and travel retail operation form an inherent part of the competitive dynamic which are increasingly playing out in airport markets today. Parking lots. Airports also make money by leasing out parking slots for thousands of cars, vans, and buses that deliver and pick up passengers. Unlike past times when airports acted simply as a transfer point between ground and sky, they have diversified their operations with the popularity of air travel over time. parking lots have become a key part of an airport's design with the change in the business model. Advertising. Airports are ideal places to advertise the cities they are in. Being aerial gateways, they give a distinctive vibe reflective of the city they are located in. Because passengers should feel different upon arrival at each city, each respective airport features whatever a city's thing is to create a unique passenger experience. Airports have advertising space inside and outside terminals that they sell to boost non-aeronautical commercial revenue. Apart from these, airports lease space for movie theaters, local art installations, conference halls, meeting rooms, etc. With the changing times, airports are becoming new hot venues for an array of businesses that bring extra revenue and enrich passenger experience throughout their airport journey. The beauty products and fashion sectors are expected to enjoy the strongest growth, with more clothing retailers opening airport locations, the Global Airport Retailing Report found. Automated retail units also are a growing trend, with a presence in 53% of North American airports, according to the ACI's Concessions Benchmarking Survey. Airports also generate revenue by selling advertising space inside and outside terminals. Additionally, sponsored spaces, special events, and branded areas can generate operating income while improving airport ambience and the passenger experience. As Airports Council International noted in a 2013 report, airports worldwide have evolved from infrastructure providers into sophisticated, business-oriented service providers. The revenue generated from non-aeronautical revenue often determines the financial viability of airports. Singapore Changi Airport. Changi Airport's three main categories of revenues are as follows. Airport service fees, aeronautical revenues. These comprise aircraft landing, parking, and aerobridge fees, and passenger service and security fees. Airport concessions and rental income from retail tenants or rental income derived from the rental of airport properties. Other airport services, these mainly comprise revenues from cargo services, franchise fees, utility charges, consultancy fees, car park revenue, and other sundry income. Aircraft landing charge, this varies according to aircraft weight in four categories, up to 50 tons, 51 to 100 tons, 101 to 360 tons, and more than 360 tons. There is a fixed charge ranging from 0 Singapore dollars to 4,337 Singapore dollars, and a per ton element ranging from 10 Singapore dollars to 14 Singapore dollars for each ton over the category minimum weight. There's also a 40% discount on the landing charge for off-peak landings between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock as long as the aircraft arrives and departs within this 4-hour window. Aircraft parking charge, these fees vary according to the size of the aircraft. In Changi Airport has 4 size categories which are computed by multiplying aircraft wingspan by aircraft length. The charges are applied for each full or part 24-hour period with the first 3 hours free of charge. The fees range from 50 Singapore dollars for small aircraft to more than 100 Singapore dollars for large aircraft. Airbridge charges, the fees for the first 3 hours and for each subsequent hour range from 88 Singapore dollars to 515 Singapore dollars. Passenger service and security fee, 35 Singapore dollars for departing passengers and $1 for transit/transfer passengers. Aviation levy, 6 Singapore dollars for departing passengers. Airport development levy, 11 Singapore dollars for departing passengers and 3 Singapore dollars for transit/transfer passengers. The latter covers the provision of plant and equipment, example air conditioning, power supplies and water supplies for common areas, cleaning of common areas, general maintenance, and refuse collection. On the other hand, Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad, KLSA Airport, third quarter 2022 results. Revenue, RM 863.6 m, up 87% from 3Q 2021. Net loss, RM 23.5 m, loss narrowed by 88% from 3Q 2021. RM 0.014 loss per share, improved from RM 0.12 loss in 3Q 2021. Earnings per share, EPS, exceeded analyst estimates by 59%. Looking ahead, revenue is forecast to grow 25% PA on average during the next 3 years, compared to a 12% growth forecast for the infrastructure industry in Malaysia. This was all for today. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to keep updated. I will soon meet you with another informative video.